A female model sneaks into the dressing room with a handsome guy, but before her clothes are off, her husband, who wants a divorce, calls her on the phone. Paula puts her phone aside and indulges in a romantic moment. Unbeknownst to her, her husband Gabriel is in the arms of a college girl. After the affair, Paula returns home only to hear the devastating news. Camilla points out that Gabriel is spending the night at the farm with Wana. Gabriel is the father of W's child. Due to a doctor's mix-up in artificial insemination, Paula is worried. Fearing that Wana has stolen her husband, the next day she storms into her husband's company dressed as a flamboyant lady. While Gabriel is making a speech to the clients, Paula kisses him, staking her claim as his wife. Wana is embarrassed, made to look like a home racer by her. Paula then rushes to the orphanage to go through the adoption process without Gabriel's permission. She intends to take the boy home and use him to tether Gabriel, who is eager to become a father, to her side. Thus she throws the boy a big part, claiming to be helping the orphanage's charity. She even invites Wana to be the photographer and deliberately puts on a show of a happy family of 3 in front of Wana. Gabriel doesn't want to break the boy's heart. For the sake of the orphanage's charity work, he has to go along with Paula's request to take photos for publicity. Looking at the man who took her first kiss last night, now being affectionate with his wife, Wana sheds tears when the others are not around. Paula puts away her hypocrisy and warns Wana to disappear from their world. Wana runs away in disgrace, refusing to communicate with Gabriel. Gabriel, recognizing Paula's scheming, accuses her of being selfish. He claims that he went along with her in today's drama solely to save the children's dignity. His feelings for her have run out at night. Gabriel sends his housekeeper to deliver the divorce papers to Paula. Paula is going to hell in a handbasket. Paula still refuses to divorce him. Gabriel wanted to give her some face, however, seeing her so obstinate, he has to present the evidence of her infidelity. He'd already seen Paula cheating on him with another man on Villa's camera, but Paula doesn't think she's at fault. She thinks W is the one who broke up her marriage. She sneaks into her father's room and steals his pistol. She hides it in her bag and goes to the beer company to get revenge on Wana, but it is murder and she's a little afraid to commit it. Wana promises she'll leave them, but Paula doesn't believe her. Just as she's about to pull out the pistol, her brother stops her and drags her away. Rogelio scolds Paula for her stupidity. Once she fires it and commits murder, she and her family will be completely ruined. However, Paula can't listen to any advice now and is only focused on getting her husband back. Her brother has no choice but to forcibly take her home. Wana is tired of being misunderstood and gossiped about. If she doesn't leave Gabriel, she's bound to get into more trouble, so she goes to the manager and resigns. Meanwhile, Rilo runs to Gabriel's office and accuses him of being cold and superficial. If Gabriel hadn't dumped Paula, she wouldn't have gone crazy and tried to shoot Wana. Gabriel becomes extremely worried and runs to find Wana. He doesn't breathe a sigh of relief until he makes sure that Wana is safe and sound. He wants to tell her that he's the father of her child. However, there is an emergency at work that Gabriel needs to attend to immediately. Gabriel asks her to meet him this afternoon. He has something very important to tell her. Seeing this, Camilla calls Paula and suggests that she go to Wana. All Paula has to do is distort the facts and tell a different version of the story, and everything will change. In the afternoon, Paula finds Wana before Gabriel arrives. Then Paula reveals the whole story, that Gabriel arranged for surrogacy, but the doctor made a mistake which led to W's pregnancy. Wana is stunned. Paula feels elated and continues to embellish the story. Gabriel wants to divorce me because I failed to give him a child. He is a selfish man and only wants an heir. The only reason he is interested in you is that you are pregnant with his child. Once your child is born, Gabriel will take your child away and drive you out. Wana suppresses her heartbreak and goes to the hospital to ask the supervisor for the truth about artificial insemination. After getting a definite answer from him, Wana feels deeply deceived, fearing that she may choose to abort. The supervisor says that this is the only child Gabriel will ever have and pleads with Wana to deliver it to him. W immediately explodes. I'm not a baby-making machine. The child is mine alone. You have no right to give my child to someone else. On the other hand, after finishing his work, Gabriel goes to meet Wana at a brisk pace, but instead of meeting her, Paula throws water in his face. Paula confesses that she's already told W of the truth. If all he cares about is the baby, don't blame her for being heartless, worried that she's hurting Wana. Gabriel chases her all the way to ask where Wana is. Paula is furious and drives off in a hurry. Seeing that she had been drinking, Gabriel drives after her, worried that she might be in danger. The estranged couple are chasing each other's cars along the winding road. Suddenly a car comes into the opposite lane. Paula steers hard to avoid it, but she loses control of the car and rolls off a cliff. Gabriel hurries down the mountain to save her. However, Paula bumps her head and loses consciousness. Gabriel calls for an ambulance and follows the paramedics to take Paula to the hospital. After 10 hours of rescue, Paula finally wakes up, but she suffers a short-term memory loss due to the impact on her brain, so Paula's memory is still stuck in the period when she and Gabriel were just married. She thinks she has been hospitalized because she failed to get pregnant again. Seeing her in pain, Gabriel can't bear to say anything harsh. He holds her hand to give her some comfort. Meanwhile, David, who has a crush on Wana, learns that Wana has quit her job and goes to her home to ask her why. Wana sadly tells the truth about everything she knows. Not only that, but she feels sorry for Paula, thinking that she was dumped by Gabriel because she couldn't have a baby. David goes to the hospital and accuses Gabriel of being a scumbag and hurting both women. He says that Wana already knows that Gabriel is the father of her baby. She never wants to see Gabriel again in her life. Gabriel gets scared that Wana will leave him. After confirming that Paula's life is not in danger, Gabriel urgently leaves the hospital to find Wana. The amnesiac PAA is puzzled as to why her husband is so cold to her. She asks her mother if he has found out that she is taking birth control pills and doesn't want to get pregnant. This secret happens to be overheard by Camilla. Gabriel goes to W's house and tries to explain everything to her. Her family then realizes that he is the sperm donor and the father of W's baby. They accuse Gabriel of being a selfish, hypocritical man. His wife is in the hospital and he's still pestering other women. They stop him from going near Wana. Gabriel yells and pleads with Wana to give him a chance to explain himself, but Wana just thinks he's a liar and doesn't want to talk to him, so several men drag Gabriel out, handcuff him and take him to the police station to calm down. Family and friends are worried that Gabriel will really take her baby. After all, he's rich and powerful. They can't beat him in a lawsuit in order to protect her baby. Wana decides to leave the city and go to a place where Gabriel can't find her. The next morning, Wana says goodbye to her family and friends and plans to run away. To everyone's surprise, Gabriel comes back. He says that if W doesn't talk to him, he'll come here every day to avoid harassment of her family. Wana agrees to have a private talk with him. Gabriel confesses his love to her, saying that he fell in love with her the first time he saw her. He isn't interested in her just because she's carrying his child. Who would believe such words from a married man who abandons his wife anyway? Neither Wana nor I believe it. Gabriel is involuntarily compelled to kiss her, yet she thrusts him aside, worried that Gabriel will take her baby from her. She asks him if he can stay away from her child. Gabriel, who longs to be a father, can't make that promise, but as far as Wana is concerned, he's using her to give birth. Wana feels that she has been tricked and angrily drives him away. Desperate, Gabriel goes to the hospital to see Paula. Paula still in the throes of her newfound love for him. PS to him that she doesn't want to be hospitalized. With the doctor's permission, Paula is discharged and returns to Gabriel's villa. Paula senses that Gabriel has been distant lately. She thinks he's upset that she failed to conceive, so she pleases him by saying that when she recovers she will go to the hospital again for artificial insemination. Seeing her poor health, Gabriel brings Paula's mother to the villa to take care of her. When she recovers, he'll move forward with the divorce. Misfortunes never come singly. While Gabriel's emotional life is in a total mess, his company is in the midst of a major crisis as well. His father-in-law, in order to oust him and take over his company, had bacteria added to the beer. Fortunately, the batch of polluted beer was detected before leaving the factory and didn't go on the market. However, this negative news was deliberately leaked to the media by Rilo. Affected by this, the company's stock has plummeted and it is facing a bankruptcy predicament. Gabriel calls an emergency shareholders meeting in order to save the company. Gabriel plans to push for a merger between his company and that of a Spanish investor. Rilo bribes the other shareholders to vote against the merger. However, Camilla, who owns a stake in her missing husband, betrays Rilo and votes in favor of the merger, reversing Gabriel's original defeat. Camilla hides at her mother's house in the countryside, fearing reprisals. However, the hitman hired by Rogelio tracks her down and takes her back. Rogelio is furious and punishes Camilla severely. He threatens Camilla to cooperate with him and stay with him or he'll put her in jail and destroy her brother. It turns out that years ago Camilla's own father committed an unforgivable crime against her. In self-defense, Camilla pulled the trigger on him and then her brother took the fall for her and went to prison. But what enrages him even more is that Camilla's heart doesn't belong to him. He discovers a photo hidden in the red underpants in Camilla's suitcase. It's Camilla's photoshopped wedding photo with Gabriel. Rogelio finally understands why Camilla betrayed him, because she loves Gabriel. Plus, remembering how much his daughter has suffered because of Gabriel, Rogelio can't take it anymore. Rogelio calls the assassin and decides to eliminate Gabriel once and for all. Meanwhile, David approaches Wana and says he has a way to keep Gabriel away from her baby back Then the nurse destroyed W's file for fear of liability, so there's no evidence that Wana was artificially inseminated. David asks Wana to marry him. In this way he could claim to be the father of her baby, raise the child together with her and strive for the custody. Then Gabriel won't be able to keep the baby too. Ascertain whether this would have legal validity. Wana and David go to consult the company's lawyer, but then Gabriel shows up. Turns out the lawyer had accidentally told Gabriel about David's plans. With the lawyer's strenuous mediation, both parties finally reach an agreement. Gabriel promises not to approach Wana until the child is born, but she cannot deny that he is the biological father of the child. This is Maroon Recap. If there's a movie you'd like to watch, feel free to leave a comment and let me know. Let's watch a movie together and experience something different. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.